everyone. Today I'm going to be doing a JustFab haul. I had gotten a bunch of stuff but returned one of them because I didn't like the quality and got something else, so I was waiting on that before filming this. If you don't know what JustFab is, it's a website where everything basically costs 40 bucks and they sell shoes, bags, jewelry. Now I got roped into becoming a member of this website, and so I figured I'd buy one thing, but the complaint that a lot of people have about JustFab is when you check out to buy an item for the first time, there's a tiny little box that's checked off unless you manually uncheck it and it just says you're agreeing to sign up for their VIP member program. For that program, your card gets charged 40 bucks a month and it gives you credits. So each credit is worth one item. So I didn't notice until a couple months later that my card was being charged 40 bucks a month. And I was thinking to myself, oh crap, I can't pay every month for 40 bucks worth of clothing. Like, I'm a student and that needs to go to my books and stuff and my rent. They do have an option where you can skip the month. You just have the first 5 days of the month to do that, so then your card doesn't get charged. The only problem is you have to remember to do that all the time, and sometimes I forget. But every time I do forget to skip the month and I get charged, I just try to make the best out of a situation, and hey, I get a pair of shoes or some clothing out of it. I ended up having 5 credits that JustFab emailed me about and that I hadn't used yet, so I ended up buying 5 things, and then paying a little more for one of those. Buy one and you get this for a discounted clearance price. So I forked over a little bit of extra money for that, but the shoes were only 15 bucks. I went crazy with boots. Like, I don't know what I did. I live in Southern California, it's friggin' hot. I mean, come on, it's gonna be 104 on Thursday. But somehow I ended up managing to buy boots because the boots that I liked were nice and I don't have enough at all. And my order also came with a bunch of samples and some little gifts that I spent my rewards points on from my previous purchases. At least I'm stocked up for winter, I guess, so. I'll start with the one pair of shoes that isn't a boot. I got this chunky heel called Tasia in the color Cognac. In the picture on the website, it was more of like a marigold, like dark yellow color, which I was hoping to go for, but when it came, it was more of this brownish color. I was thinking about returning it, but I don't have any shoes in this color, so I figured I'd keep it. It's kind of neutral, so I specifically ordered it because of the chunky heel. It'll be easier to walk around in. It's really gorgeous looking, and this height isn't too tall for me. The sole is really squishy, which is what I like. The back of the heel is this kind of leathery material, so it's giving you a little bit more comfort, and it's got these nice thick straps. I'm worried that these layers are going to separate or something over time, but I mean, we'll see how it goes. I tried pairing each pair of shoes with an outfit that I had in my closet. The way I had to show it to you full body was in the mirror, so I'm sorry if you can't see the shoes that well, but no matter how far away I got from the camera, where the camera was on one side of the room and I was on the other, it just wasn't far away enough. You could not see my feet. Some of the outfits I feel like could have been altered a bit, but it was really hot in my room and I just didn't feel like changing. I was sweating like a pig. And I hear my friend Lauren saying, pigs don't sweat, horses sweat. To be correct. Anyway, the next pair of shoes I got is called Wellington, and it's in the color burgundy, but it's a very simple shoe and it also has the chunky heel, which I like. It's got very simple straps that go all around it. It's a very understated shoe. Also, the sole is super sturdy, like you feel it and it's just like grainy and it's gonna grip. The one thing that I don't like about it is that the zipper on the inside only goes up halfway, and it's just to loosen it enough so you can slip your feet into it. And I guess I should wear knee-length socks or something when I wear these, but it's awkward when you're wearing only like ankle-high socks and you're trying to put your foot into this boot, and then this is kind of like rubbing and like chafing against your calf as you're trying to pull it on. I'm used to the boots that have the zipper going all the way up, or they're just lace up. It does have like a really cottony inside to it, so it's comfortable. The next shoe I got is called Mercy in brown. I liked it because the design made me think it was a little fantasy-like or steampunky, antique, and kind of cowboyish even. Kind of like Spurs. This one's lower to the ground. It doesn't have much of a heel. What made me fall in love with it is the details on these straps here. So you have these chevrons here, and then they have kind of like a twin on each strap that's just sewn in leather. And the decorative rings they have on here even are a nice touch. Like, this outside is so nice that it's kind of sad that the inside of the foot is so plain, but I mean, you're not gonna see it really. It's this part that counts. And this one does zip up all the way. It's interesting and it's something I noticed late, but this strap here, that's going under. It actually does go under the sole of the shoe, which I think is a really cool kind of authentic touch. Unlike the Wellington, where the strap comes down the front, but it just ends here in the side. And the inside, it's more leathery, but it's not uncomfortable. The fourth pair of shoes I got is called Veil, and they're these Ugg-looking gray boots. I just realized that kind of sounded like ugly. I just mean Uggs, like the brand Uggs. Got these Uggs shoes, and like a lot of Uggs, they're really comfortable to slip into. It's got this really soft like false fur on the inside, and you just slip your foot into it. You've got these really taut bands attached to it. It's almost like a really sturdy hairband, and you just loop it around these really big buttons on the side. And of course the bottom is grippy and awesome, so it's gonna survive quite a bit of terrain. I do want Uggs in a lot of colors. I used to have just like a cheap free one that I got from a friend who got it free from church, and I missed that pair, but it got like ruined and dirty in the rain. I'm sad because my friend used to make fun of me because it's got these little furry balls hanging on there, and she would just like awkwardly be like, I'm tickling your balls. No balls in this one, unfortunately. It's a little castrated, but at the same time I like the look. It's nice and simple, and I think the material is gonna survive much longer than that pair of Uggs. The last shoe I got is the clearance pair, so I got this for 15 bucks, and it is called Jasmine. It's a very simple kind of combat boot, which is what I've always wanted. I've always wanted just a regular pair of combat boots. While I'm glad they're in style, I get kind of worried sometimes because sometimes there's weird little features added to them that make them more stylish, I suppose, but I just wanted a regular pair of combat boots. This is no exception. It's got these like zipper detailings on it, but it blends into the shoe better than all these other embellished combat boots I've seen, so I ended up just settling for it. And the inside's got like this false fur, it's super soft. And it still laces up so you can adjust it, of course. One of my complaints about it, and I read this in the reviews, is that it squeaks a little bit, but it doesn't squeak absurdly, like it's super subtle, like unless your ears are really sensitive to it or you're in a very quiet room, no one's really gonna notice. I just did some proficiency testing today for some jobs, and I was in a very quiet testing room and no one really looked up when I was walking in these. When I read that review, I was thinking it was gonna be really obscene squeaking, kind of like in SpongeBob. I think there's that episode where he's wearing these boots that end up haunting one of the characters for the whole thing. The other thing I find kind of bad about it is the zipper on the inside that actually seals your foot inside, because it's really hard to tug up. Like, you've got to work it. Like, I'm afraid I'm gonna pull this off, so you gotta like keep like zipping like an inch and then like, you know, closing it, making sure it's all lining in, zipping it some more. It's just really rough. I wish there was a better zipper on it. Now, the pair that I returned was called Honor, and it's in the color white. It's this really gorgeous, almost Victoria's Secret, sexy, thin wedged heel with all these really pretty gold embellishments. Maybe it's just because I was walking on carpet, but it was harder to walk in than I anticipated. I keep wanting to try wearing sexier shoes, but I just thin heels. Like, how do you do that? And I wasn't impressed when I got my pair because the gold embellishments on it were kind of chipped and dented. It looked cheaply made. Like, I understand that when you walk around in a shoe, it's eventually gonna get beaten up a little bit, but when it comes fresh out of the box like that, then I'm a little concerned. So I returned that, and I actually ended up getting a bag instead. And this bag is called Endeavor. It's in the color nude, and it's gorgeous. One thing I do have to say for JustFab, even though their methods are kind of shady, is their products are really gorgeous. And I have to say, I might even like their bags even more than I do their shoes. They're just simple with enough pizzazz. Every time I go into an interview, I get kind of embarrassed about the bag that I bring in, because I've got two options. I've either got this very flashy burgundy bag that's also from JustFab, and it's called East End. And then the other bag is an Echo bag that I got from like Ross or Marshalls, which is fine. I love shopping there, but it's just a little flimsy and just a little too casual to bring into an interview. So I figured, why not exchange the shoes for something that I actually need? I like it because it's briefcasey and it's fashionable while not being too over the top for an interview. And there's a long strap attachment to it that you can bring, and it's even adjustable. It's got like this belt buckle thing here, which makes me happy because then I can wear it like crossbody, which is what I like to do because I get paranoid about people trying to take my purse. It zips up on the inside, so I have my job portfolio in here. There's a pocket here, if you can see that black zipper there, and there's like a loose pocket right here. I use that other burgundy bag so much that I can't help but compare to that one. What I like about the other bag is one of the pockets on the inside is separated into two things, and one of them looks perfect to be a pencil pouch. This is where I put my pens and stuff when I would go to class at college. It doesn't really have a pocket right here either. That's also in my other bag because I would put things I need to grab really quickly in there, like car keys, cards, money. I'm kind of sad that it's kind of a lie when this looks like a briefcase, because check this out. So there's the little lock right here. You turn it, lock it, You open it, and I was excited because I thought there was like another pocket in here, but it's just like a random flap that's there to make it look like a briefcase. Because if you give me something that has a lot of pockets, I will be in love with it because I'm just like, I can put stuff everywhere. So yeah, definitely really excited to have this. I feel it's a lot more interview job appropriate, but it also appeases my fashion sense. Because I didn't want to buy like some plain like briefcase to bring in there. I don't know. I'm a stickler. I'm just like, can I have something that's also pretty? Like I said, JustFab has added a rewards point system, and they've also been throwing random samples into packages. I'm gonna go over those. They only allow you to have one rewards point gift on each order. I got one with my original order, and then I got one with my return order. With my exchange order, I chose this nail polish. I can't come up with a joke for that. I noticed my really good friend Lauren, who I D&D with, she was painting her nails for mock interviews. And to be honest, I was like, you can paint your nails for interviews? I didn't know this. But I guess in some cases it's okay as long as you pick a neutral color, which is exactly how they advertise this in the little reward section. The color is called Putty in His Hands, which I think is cute, and it's got kind of a lilac-y undertone to it. I'm wearing it right now. It's not very clean because I just did it for the video. I didn't really feel like putting effort into it. It's definitely a very pretty color. I'm very happy with it because I don't have as many neutral colors. So you can see it's kind of got a purpley undertone to it. For fun, on the other hand, I did a different color, this gray one that I've had for forever. And it's by Cosmetic Arts. I got this from like Ross a long time ago. One of the cons that I have about it though is this brush has loaded the most polish I've ever seen of any nail polish. Like usually when I apply nail polish, I pull the brush out, I sweep it along the sides to get some excess off, and I paint, and that's the perfect amount. But this kept dripping like 2 or 3 blobs, so I actually had to wipe it a couple times. That's also why my coats on my nails right now are kind of uneven and streaky. But it's neat because at least you only need to use 1 coat. With this I had to use 2 because it was super sheer when I did it the first time. Because it's a nude color, I kind of feel like I have like Barbie hands. Like, you know when you look at Barbie hands and you look up close and she doesn't really have nails, if there's just kind of a groove that shows the shape of a nail to imply that she has nail polish. And so she's in the box standing there like... You get what I mean though, right? The other rewards gift I got, and sorry it's kind of dirty because I've used it already, is called Fab Soles. And it's one of those little pad inserts that you put in your shoe so that your foot doesn't slip out. Basically you get these little curvy strips that are gel-like and squishy. You peel the sheet off the back to reveal the sticky side, and then you stick it on the back of your shoe. I actually thought I had ordered like Dr. Scholl's like inserts or something. That's what I wanted so that my feet wouldn't hurt. But I mean, this is fine too because there's a couple pairs that I can use this on. The pair that I tested it on was my black pumps that I always wear for interviews, and they're like half a size too big. And at first I thought it was the material that was making it come off, but then when I looked more closely I forgot that there's an elastic band, and so that elastic kept like rejecting it and pushing it off of the back, so I couldn't use it on that. I tried it on a pair of flats that once in a while my heels slip out of, and it worked much better. It was gripping and my feet weren't slipping out. I still think these require further testing, but for the first try they work fine. And now for the samples that came with it. The drink that I was drinking at the beginning of this video is actually one of them. It's these Starbucks refreshers, and it's this orange flavor that's pictured in here. And it's just like a little energy booster thing to help you get your vitamin C. It's not overly orangey, but you get this kind of weird other taste behind it. I can't describe it. I'm not good at describing taste, so. And the aftertaste, it's not unpleasant, but it's still kind of weird, like I want to brush my teeth right away. I'm not really a fan of drinking anything that's not water or tea or coffee once in a while, but it was a fun sample to try out. What I do like about it is the ingredients all seem pretty natural. Main reason why I don't like drinking these kinds of drinks, especially like Gatorade or Powerade, it's only 35 calories, but it is all sugar. All sugar. There are no other stats but sugar. Drinking a sugary drink just doesn't energize me. I'd rather have tea or something with caffeine, something that's actually kind of good for me. Not that those drinks are perfect either, but that's just what I prefer. What I like about the samples they put in your orders too is that they always come with a coupon. So if you end up liking the product, you can buy it again. Now this other one I'm thinking about testing out on camera right now. Let's see. It's Hada Lobo Tokyo Skin Plumping Gel Cream. It's a deep hydration cream. It plumps like your wrinkles and stuff and moisturizes. I think the container on the back looks super pretty. Like I would buy that. It's got cherry blossoms on it, so I'm like, damn you packaging, putting pretty flowers I like on it. And again, it comes with a coupon, $3 off at Walgreens or Ulta. When I looked online for reviews of it, it's gotten 4.5 to 5 stars, so people really like this. Not that I can tell you the immediate effects in this video because I am filming this on Tuesday and I'm gonna upload this on Friday, so I don't know if that's really enough time to show how this product goes unless it's that good. But why not? Let's try out the sample right now. I'm gonna go wash my face and I'll be right back. Okay, so my face is free of makeup. I just put on some cleansing cream and then wiped it off with a towel, so my face would be a little red right now. Zoom in on my face a little bit. Whoa. Dispensing upon the milling massage onto face and neck. Can be used day and night. Free of parabens, fragrance, dyes, and mineral oil. Mineral oil. I was considering using only half this packet, but I'm like, eh. Go big or go home. We don't have to be that stingy. It's got a really silky texture. It doesn't feel that greasy. Okay, so now it's all over my hands. And I'm just going to pat it all over my face. It kind of smells like those Korean facial masks. I wouldn't be surprised if this is similar to that. And I'm just gonna rub it especially into my fine lines and anywhere I'm starting to wrinkle. I like my crow's feet, so I really don't care about putting it here, but whatever. My crow's feet give me character, to be honest. It's just a smiling a lot. I do have a lot of wrinkles up here though. As you can see, there's like a permanent crease like right here because it's not as elastic here. So I'm gonna dig it in there. My face contorts really funny when I do this. And then the way my eyebrows scrunch up here, I'm gonna dig into there as well. It feels a little sticky on my hands, but as far as on my face, it's actually not that bad. And right here, because I tend to have like weird frown lines here. Actually, you know what? I think this is working. Because you can see there's kind of a shadow here where I have like my frown lines, but they're not as prominent. And up close to my face, sorry I'm really broken out around my mouth all the time, but I usually have really definite lines right here. But I only see it very faintly up here. The lines around my eyes actually look smoother now. I mean, given they're kind of obscured by dark circles, but I don't see them as much. My face is broken out all the time, and I'm a Southeast Asian woman. I've got a mustache, so it might be growing back, so whatever, that's just how I am. So don't be too bugged out about my face being up really close to yours. Is this what you wanted? I've seen in some of the reviews I read about this product that you can use it day or night. One of the people who reviewed it said that they put it on, let it dry, and then they put on their makeup for the day. I usually prefer using these kind of creams at night, but if it does give instant gratification like that, I may start using it in the day. I don't know. I might actually try looking for that. This is really cool. And like I said, it does remind me of those Korean facial masks. The ones like these. I can't find mine right now. I might have used them all up, but you can use those little compact facial masks. I found out about them from KL or Secret Life of a Bio Nerd here on YouTube. I actually got them at Daiso. And basically they're little compacted, rolled up facial masks with nothing soaked in them. They kind of look like a little pill, like a giant aspirin tablet. You take like your favorite moisturizer or some kind of mixture like cucumber and lemon or something, and you just soak it into the mask, and then you gently unfold it, you put on your mask, and you let it stay there for 10-15 minutes like normal. And if you don't have a compact facial mask, I know Michelle Phan has a video where you just cut one out from a paper towel, or more recently a round piece of rice paper that you use for spring rolls. But that's all the stuff I got. I hope you enjoyed that haul. Let me know what you want to see in the future, and I will speak to you soon. Bye!